Hello and welcome to another Chinese food adventure, and today is a really big day because after being in China for around 10 years, I am finally in the province of Jiangxi. And for the next few weeks on my channel, not only will I be exploring this beautiful, beautiful province, but also my spice tolerance, because Jiangxi is one of those places I've heard that is like pa bala, you know, scared of spice not being in their dishes. And I hear they put chili in pretty much everything here, so stay tuned to see how that goes. It hurts worse than COVID. We are starting off this food adventure in honestly one of the most beautiful places I have been. Check this place out. How gorgeous is this? This is Huangling, an ancient village with over 500 years of history. It's located in the far east of Jiangxi province, right next to the border of Anhui province. In fact, not so long ago, Huangling was actually part of Anhui, so that explains the classic Anhui style architecture that you'll find here. Those classic whitewashed walls and black tiled roofs, super iconic architectural style. Huangling has just celebrated the first day of the autumn harvest, and I was lucky enough to experience it for myself here yesterday. It's a beautiful time of year to visit because the village is currently splashed with vibrant color, reds, yellows, oranges, greens, as all manner of vegetables and chilies are laid out to dry in the sun. 为什么要干？
因为我们的这些农作物丰收回来的时候，它都是有水分的，然后不好保存。你当时新鲜的，你也一时半会你也吃不了那么多，所以通过晒干的方式让它便于储存。到了冬天的时候，就没有新鲜食物的时候，那个又拿出来吃。
It's a custom that's been passed down for hundreds of years and has in turn had a direct impact on the local cuisine. You'll find dried veggies and dried chili in so many dishes here, as we'll see a little bit later in today's video. So join me today as I explore this beautiful town of Huangling and of course see what kind of yummy food I can try along the way. I really don't know what to expect from the food here because we're just so close to the Anhui border. Will it be more similar to Jiangxi food? Will it be more similar to Anhui food? What is Jiangxi food? And I mean, we're gonna find out in the next few weeks all together. Let's get this adventure started. What's happening over here? So this guy you see out the front there is affectionately known as Fan Bing Ge, literally cake flipping bro. And it's a name well deserved because that's exactly what he does. That's really cool, I kind of want to try. Oh, okay, wow. Hey, that was good. Look, it's definitely harder than it looks, but basically the purpose behind this flipping is to ensure those cakes are coated in a decent layer of sesame seeds before they're put in the oven and cooked until golden brown.
我们有板栗、肉松、红豆、黑芝麻，有4种口味。
你有一个最喜欢的吗？
肉松。
So that's the one I decided to try. Oh, that's really good. The inside is like quite salty from that pork floss, and the outside is nice and crunchy and like freshly baked. Oh, this is really good. 好好吃，我喜欢。
像它外表皮很酥脆，加上芝麻烘烤的话，它会比较香。
哦，对，非常香，好好吃。And right next to the cake flipping bro, you'll find this man making pop rice, but the old school way. I always get anxious watching this get made. If you've seen it before, you'll understand why. Basically, he puts rice inside this metal vessel and rotates it over hot coals over and over again until the pressure inside the vessel reaches a desired level. Now for the part that puts my anxiety into overdrive, he puts the vessel inside this Hessian bag, releases the valve and... It explodes, out comes the puffed rice, and people can help themselves. It's a dramatic snack to say the least. Tastes like puffed rice. I wonder if it's ever experimented with doing some different flavors, you know, some caramel, some spicy. Could be good to have a bit of extra flavor on there. And here he also has this here, which I actually saw them making yesterday. It's very interesting how it's made. It's called a bao mi tong, and it's made by placing rice and sugar into this very loud machine. Here it is on full volume. Anyway, this machine performs actual magic. 1 minute it's eating rice, and the very next it's pooping out this long tube of puffed rice. I have never seen anything like it. It was hypnotizing, to be honest. Ooh, it's crunchy. Kind of reminds me of popcorn actually, or one of those like rice crackers, crispy things. It's good. Not as sweet as I thought it would be. because it puts in a lot of sugar. And while we're on the topic of rice-related local snacks, let's spotlight this one here. It's called chomi pian, and it's made from popped glutinous rice, which is mixed together with sugar in a wok, then goji berries, sesame seeds, and nuts are added to the mix. It's transferred to this wooden container where it's pressed down as tightly as possible. This is an incredibly intensive process. For something that costs 15 renminbi for an entire bag of, that's like $3 Australian. I mean, there are 5 people working in this store, and they are working their butts off to get this snack made. I mean, you needed 3 people on the wok just before, getting all the rice in, mixing it all together, and now we have 2 strong men here that are flattening out this chomi pian, and look at them. I mean, this is no walk in the park. So after it's packed down as much as humanly possible, quite literally, it's cut into slices, ready to be eaten. So I'm trying a piece of this freshly made chomi pian. It's literally just been cut up and sliced into smaller pieces. Very excited to try this. It's quite dense. I mean, you can really tell it's been pressed down super firm. It's giving rice. It's not overly sweet at all. I feel like this would be a nice, snack with tea, or something like a little biscuit to go along with your beverage. So I'm having a good little explore of Huangling at the moment. I'm currently in this beautiful old school house, like in the original style. It's so beautiful, it's wooden, it's got all of these intricate features and carvings. It's absolutely beautiful. But one thing I wasn't expecting about this house is you walk through this door here and there's actually a lady cooking a local snack. I mean, such a beautiful location to have a little bite to eat. 这个是什么？
这个叫油灯吃啊，
是当地特色吗？
当地的特色，
我可以。
当地的特色小吃。
And it's very interesting how it's made actually. I want to show you how she does this. So basically she gets a little bit of this batter on a spoon, she puts it into the deep fryer, and then it forms like a skin or like a crispy outer shell on the outside. When that's done, she'll then pour the excess batter back into the batter pot, and then she'll add in the ingredients like some bosi or some jazz pay. And then she puts extra batter on top, back in the deep fryer, where it deep fries until it's crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. I have got to try this. It's so juicy. It's just been freshly fried. It's absolutely perfect. It's crunchy on the outside and like got that nice deep fried oiliness there and that crunch. And on the inside, it's super moist and juicy and like bursting with juice. Like I bit into it and it literally like dripped all over my lap. We'll worry about that later. And there's like a bit of chives in there as well. So it's got a little bit of like a chivey fragrance. Hello. I like that a lot. Okay, it's lunchtime and time for some dishes. These 3 here are some of the most representative dishes of the region. Oh my goodness, there are so many amazing dishes on my table right now that I cannot wait to introduce. But first things first, I want to introduce my beautiful new friend, 橙子。自我介绍吧。
Hello， 大家好，我是黄岭的橙红橙子。
那橙子对你来说，黄岭的菜有什么特点呢？
黄岭其实用的东西，包括食材，其实更多是我们晒秋晾晒的东西，像包括我们的一些干辣椒啊、辣的东西。
这些都是黄岭的特色菜吗？
对。
OK， 你觉得我们应该先吃哪一个？
我们先来糊豆腐。
糊豆腐。
这个菜呢，是我们当地这边如果做喜事啊、结婚，或者是说家里有喜事的时候，我们宴请大家，第一道菜上糊豆腐，主要是用一些像豆腐啊，然后香菇，然后用米糊给它做成的一个叫糊豆腐。
这个应该怎么吃？直接吃还是配米饭吃？
直接吃也可以，直接吃它味道是刚刚好的。如果配饭的话，它味道会有点淡。
哎，那我吃一大口吧。好但好好吃。It's got like a real savoriness and like a chickeniness to it actually, like very umami actually. Oh. 很鲜，我觉得。And I really love the texture too, super warm and comforting. 我还有一个问题，我一直都想问这个问题，就是黄岭的菜，你觉得更像安徽菜还是更像江西菜？因为我们这里
离安徽真不远，对吧？
对对对，其实两个地方都会有不同的风味，然后其实我们这个位置呢刚好在中间，其实都会有这两种味道
哦，
也会辣，然后也会有一些安徽的菜式，安徽的菜式会比较咸，比较重油，对，所以说我们像黄岭这边的菜啊，辣的也有，我们像这种胡豆腐清淡点的也有。
Next dish to introduce here is this, which is 粉蒸。对吧？
粉蒸肉。
When it came to the table, it was steaming and hot, and it has like the most amazing fragrance to it.
这个呢，就是我们另外一种做法，就是类似像蒸包子，用水蒸起来的一种菜。像这种的话，就是我们用肉，然后底下呢是铺了那个干豆角，然后用粉包裹起来。
哦，对，下面有豆角，哦，
对，干豆角，
干豆角，
对，就是
哦，所以这个是晒秋的那种，
对对对，
哦，
干货。
Okay, this is interesting because I haven't yet eaten any of the dried, vegetables on display here in the village. 这个是什么肉？猪肉。I cannot wait to try this. It's so fragrant. Oh. The texture on the outside is very interesting. 外面我感觉它的那个姜是有一点有口感。
对对。
Like, you know what I mean? It's got this sauce on it, but that sauce, it's got this texture inside.
外面包裹一层粉，然后蒸了之后呢，里面的水分不会流失。然后外面呢，它又有粉的这种细腻感。
Now let's try some of those green beans I've seen hanging around the village.
跟新鲜的豆角不一样。
哦，对对，非常不一样的。It has more like a bit more resistance to it, but it's definitely not tough in any way. It's quite soft. And it has a different flavor to it as well, like more intense. 好好吃。然后这道菜，最后一道菜，
辣菜，这个是黄岭晒秋，用那个锅巴做了一个盘，就类似我们的晒盘。
对
对，然后我们上面呢边上的干辣椒，然后会有一个腊肉，像这些东西都是晾晒秋的东西。
Look at this, it's so beautiful.
First, let's try some of this drying pan made of puffed rice.
哇，
香。
It's so crunchy.
然后再配一口这个肉跟辣椒一起吃。不辣吗？
好好吃。也有甜味，这是我的最喜欢的。对，它的味道真的很重。然后这个辣椒不是太辣，但你还是可以有一点感受一下。然后这个腊肉很香。Yeah, she's right. You need to have a bit of the meat with a little bit of the chili as well, because those flavors come together. It's so delicious. I also think it's just so cool that we can try the foods that we're seeing all over the place in this village.
You've probably noticed during the course of this video there have just been copious amounts of sweat dripping from all sides of my face. It's incredibly hot and humid here, but there is the perfect remedy. I've heard there's actually a swimming pool perched on top of this hill here. Okay, this is freaking gorgeous. Check out this pool here. We're here at Golden Hour. We've got a view over the mountains and the village below there. Oh my gosh, this is so lush. So I am in the pool. I'm excited to check out the view from the edge of this pool. I think it's about to be really, really dramatic. Let's do this together, guys. Wow. This is absolutely spectacular. I mean, I've been to some nice pools in my life, some very nice pools, hotel pools with views over the city, but I've never been in a pool like this with a view over an ancient village. This is just absolutely spectacular. Probably the best view I've had of this village the entire day. I can see everything from up here. I can see all the drying racks with the chilies on it. My goodness, this is lovely. I think I'm just gonna have a little swim and sink this in. Oh man, this is the life. So our day in Huangling is drawing to a close. Let's end with a bang, shall we? So it is nighttime here at Huangling and it is time for a bit of a lantern show. We have this dragon here that's actually really, really long. I mean, check out how long this dragon is. It goes all the way around this courtyard. Impressive dragon. And I have a lantern here, it's so beautiful. It started off pretty tame, but it went from 0 to 100 very quickly. I'm going to use my lantern here for a bit of light. But that ends my day here in Huangling. I've had the most amazing time. I've eaten some very interesting things. And yeah, my journey through Jiangxi will continue. But since I am just that close to the border of Anhui, I've decided I'm actually going to go to Anhui. I'm going to take a quick trip to Huangshan. So next week, my video will be from Huangshan. So you guys can look forward to that and then more Jiangxi content. So until next time, I'll see you. Bye.